Welcome back to another live here with Design Bundles. We are so excited today because it's that time again where we are hosting the dollar event. So if you guys are not familiar, you guys can head on over to designbundles.net. It starts in an hour and it lasts for 1 hour. Unless you guys are a Plus member, it's going to last for 24 hours. So definitely go check it out. Great big bundles for $1. For example, this is just a few of the designs that they have to offer. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you a few of the crafts with some of the designs you can purchase today. So let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, as you guys are joining, make sure you tell us where you are from. Let me know if it is morning time or nighttime where you guys are at. We are so excited. And also, I want to know today, are you guys going after the sublimation files? Are you going after the SVGs? Let me know what files you guys love the best. Now, what I've done, like I said, I've printed out some of the designs. It's a lot easier sometimes to see those designs printed. So I did that here. And then we're going to make a few of these crafts. The first one I'm actually going to start with is going to be this super cute baby onesie. Now, today I actually was going to be doing a baby bib, but I didn't have any polyester ones. I have cotton ones. So what you can use with sublimation is the Caesar Easy Subli. So you can definitely use these and you're going to be able to print those on 100% cotton. So what I did was I just switched it up and did a baby onesie. So we're going to sublimate this super cute design right here. This is one of the big bundles that you guys can get. It's a super cute Easter one. So we're going to do this today. And then we're also going to do we're going to do a coffee mug. But like I said, I printed out a few. And then I'm also going to walk you guys through our program. If you guys are a Gold Plus member, you have access to a program called Designscape, where you can use it with your sublimation files to bring them in, print multiple at one time, or maybe customize it like I did here. So we've got that. And then we also have another one of our 3D shadow boxes today. So like I said, let me know where you guys are from. Welcome. Now for this one right here, I'm actually going to be using my big heat press. So the very first thing to prep this up, we are going to take our lint roller. Now also keep in mind, if you guys have any questions along the way, drop them in the comments down below and I will do Q&A at the very end. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start by doing the lint roll. Now, remember with sublimation, you really want at least 50% poly, but if you want a super bright, vibrant look, definitely go with 100% polyester. All right, my lint roller's got to work with me today. So the first thing you don't want to skip is removing any sort of lint. So we've got that. And then what we're going to do, I've already printed out my design, and I'm going to show you guys in Designscape. I brought this one in as well, and then just sized it down and printed it. So once again, here's our super cute design. And then we're just going to lay this down right here on our t-shirt, kind of find our placement right about there. Once you're happy with it, you want to use some heat tape. Make sure that it is heat tape. And I've lost it inside. Let me get it really quick. Look how super cute this little tape dispenser is. So cute. Once again, welcome. Are you guys ready for this dollar event? Is it something that you guys wait for? What's amazing too is with the Plus membership, you guys get, what do you call it? Commercial. You get a commercial license where you guys can use these with your businesses and all sorts of things. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and tape this down first. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a pressing pillow. Grab it really quickly. So I'm using one of these. I'm using a pressing pillow. So when we go to press this on the press here in a minute, I'm actually going to press it right here with this. So that way my seams will actually sink right into that pressing pillow. So highly recommend getting yourself a little pressing pillow to go along with that baby onesie. And then we're also going to use some parchment paper. So I'm going to switch you guys back over here so you guys can see the big press. All right, so I want everybody to hold your breath because this is a new studio and we don't know. I mean, a breaker could blow, so bear with me. Now, when I'm over here, I know sorry, I'm looking at my monitor up here. So I know whenever I'm over here that I'm going to sound distant. So I'm probably either going to be quiet or you're going to hear me at a distance. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this on my press. I've already set my press at 385, between 385 and 400 degrees for 60 seconds. And then we're going to press it. So let me go ahead and take this to the press. All right, so you guys could see it was that easy to load it in the press. Now, once we're done with this one, I'm going to turn this one off, start my mug press to let it heat up, and then we'll work on our shadow box and then come back to our mug. So that way I'm distributing my plugins very carefully. So once again, if you guys have any questions along the way, make sure you drop them down in the comments so that way I can answer those at the very end. Let's see what we got. We got about 30 seconds so far. But once again, with these designs, I thought I would print them because sometimes it's a lot better to see those prints printed out. This teacher one was my favorite. I came in with a font, which I'll tell you guys what I used here in a minute. I came in with a font here and then just added that on top. So super, super cute. So let's go ahead and check. We've got about 10 seconds. Let's go ahead and get ready. All right, shut down our press. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on our mug press so that way that can heat up. So let me go ahead and drop you guys back down and let's peel. Just like that. How adorable is this? Let me get this out of our way. All right, and then let me let this cool down for just a second and I'll show you guys. You know what I totally forgot to do? Anybody else? I forgot to mirror. So what I did was I actually mirrored it right inside of Designscape, which I'm going to show you guys. But once I sent it over to Sawgrass, I forgot to turn the mirror off. But you guys get the point, right? Look at how super cute this is. Now you guys comment down below. Let me know. Do you guys ever forget to turn that mirror on or off? Let me know. How super cute is this though? Absolutely adorable. I love the colors of this. Like I said, I know it's backwards, but oh my gosh, you know, you can't make this stuff up. But how super cute is this? Absolutely love it. Adorable. All right, so there is our first project. So let's go ahead and set this guy out of our way. And then we are going to jump into our next one. Once again, we're letting that mug press kind of get ready to go. So we'll scoot that one out of our way. And we will come over here. All right, so our next one is this super cute one here. Look at this. This is a 3D project. And what's nice about these projects, they're so easy. You're going to cut it out with your Silhouette or your Cricut, whatever die cutting machine that you have. And it's only a few layers. So I believe this one was 6 layers, just like so. Super duper easy. I cut it on heavy cardstock. And then I do believe we have some cardstock and stuff linked down below. Another thing you're going to need is a shadow box. And I've already removed the backing here so we can get ready to apply our tape down here. Now, the one thing I forgot to do was bring a double-sided, so I'm going to go ahead and use foam dots on this. I forgot my little tape runner to run this down. So I'm just going to use some foam dots. So the very first layer we're working with is the very back of our shadow box here. So what I did right inside of Cricut Design Space is I measured this. Let me get my ruler. So 1 second, let me find the little guy. Here it is. So we're going to take our ruler here and we are going to measure. So this guy right here was, I believe, about 8 1/4. So what I did was this came in one file and it came in multiple pieces. So this layer right here, I cut it 8.25 and obviously it's a square. So it's 8.25, 8.25. And then these ones right here, I believe I did 7.5. So I brought that down just a little bit, just so you guys know, but just measure your backing. And the reason why this is smaller, inside your shadow box, a lot of times you have this little lip here. So pay attention if you do. So then what you want to do is you want to measure from the inside right here. And I brought it in just a little bit. So it wasn't super tight and hard to get in there. Gave me a little bit of wiggle room. I went with 7.5. So that's where I got that number from. So we're going to set this out of our way. And like I said, I would actually do a tape runner on the back here, but I totally forgot to snag that before I got started here. So I'm just going to use some foam dots. It's going to just bring it forward even more, and that's totally okay. So I'm just using some of my small ones here, and I'm going to get one in each corner. Once again, as you guys are joining, today is our big dollar event. So make sure as soon as you guys are done, it's going to start here in about 40 minutes. You guys can click on the link down below and it's going to take you to designbundles.net where you guys will see that we have our dollar event going on over there. So you can get great big bundles to craft with for $1. This is the time to snag them. Now, once again, you guys don't have to download them right away. You could come back and download them whenever you want, as many times as you want. Now, also, to point out that at the end, when you guys go to cash out, there's actually extra bundles too that you guys can throw in. So it's like a little surprise. All right, so we're going to go ahead and come in with our next layer here, which is this one. Same thing. So what I'll actually do is come in with some of my big ones here. Now, it doesn't matter if you use the squares, the circles, whatever you have on hand. So we're going to go ahead and keep popping this down. So once again, I want to know, guys, are you guys wanting to purchase? Are you guys about the sublimation files? Are you guys after the SVGs, the fonts? This is the time too to grab our big bundles with the fonts as well. So I am so excited. This is my favorite time of the month. We do this every single month at the very end. Now, remember, if you guys are a Plus member, that you guys are going to get extra time. So if you guys are not a Plus member, you only have 1 hour to run over and snag these. So I'm going to go ahead and get these guys out of our way and get ready to press this layer here. So I'm just going to get this on here and try to center it up. So I'm trying to use my camera here to help me center. There we go. I think that looks good. There we go. So cute. And then we're going to come in with our next layer, which is our grass. So gorgeous. Now, what's really cool, you see this egg on the inside of these pieces? You guys could save those and do a whole nother paper project with those. Trying to make sure I'm putting this on the door. You know, I flipped it last time. You guys let me know. Did I mess up? Did I already flip it? Let's see. Trying to look to see if it's going to make that big of a deal. I don't think it is. I think it'll be okay. You guys know I did this last time. I forget which way and then I start flipping it. Let's see. We've got SVGs at this point. Also, if you guys are a Gold Plus member, you guys are going to see here in a little bit how many use our program Designscape for the sublimation files as well. So it's going to be really cool. So just stay tuned here in a little bit for that. Once again, if you guys have any questions, drop them down below for me and I will try to answer those. I'm going to go ahead and continue to pull these off. Now, one thing is these little things right here, they are like static cling and they just stick to you everywhere. So once again, you guys could get the big rolls of this and trim it down to size. So I am so excited for today and I love crafting with you guys in the morning. This is a ton of fun. All right, let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and line this up here. Just like so. And then we're just going to keep on going. So I'm going to go ahead and come in with, almost messed that up, our next layer here. So it's going to go like this. Flip it over. Now with little pieces like this, I don't want to add anything to them because they're actually hanging over here. So I'm not even going to mess with it. If I did, maybe I would put one on this one because I know it's going to avoid these pieces here. So, so I'll do that, but I'm going to go ahead and just keep on trucking one in each corner at least. And they just keep sticking to me. Only 45 minutes left, guys, and you guys are going to be able to shop, shop, shop. I am so excited. If you guys are like me, it's like throw them all in the cart. That's totally me. So, because I just definitely love them all. And it's a great time, like I said, to stock up. If you guys are new, if you just got a machine for Christmas, this is the perfect time to stock up on your files, you guys. And there's great ones ready for Easter, as you guys can see here. Lots of different stuff. Tons of super cute teacher ones. Let's see. I think I've almost got a few more of these little guys here. Like I said, it's kind of like static cling. And these things just want to stick all over. Let's see, excited. I'm so excited too, Joyce. I absolutely love this time of the month. It is so much fun. And I love, love, love that we are able to host this for you guys and give away all of these files for $1. I mean, it's just such a great deal. Like I said, especially for somebody that's just now getting into the Cricut world or Silhouette world or even sublimation, this is a great time to really stock up. All right, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and just line this up. Just like so. And so if we wanted to, we could pop that down, but I don't think I'm going to. I'm actually going to lift that guy back up and keep him up at the top. So I wouldn't add a little foam dot here. So there's future reference for you guys. And then we are going to come in with our next layer here. And here we go. So I'm going to go ahead. I've got another one here. Come back in. I really like the big ones because they cover a little bit more of a surface, especially for like all four corners. I really do like to use those. Okay, so we've got 2 more. And once again, I'm not going to worry about my bunny guy, but I'll probably come a little closer to him like so, which actually I'm not. I'm going to take that off because that's going to hover above my grass. All right. I'm decorating a painter for over 20 years, and I have been buying designs and using for my painting. That's amazing. I love that. I know, and I try to think sometimes because I know there's a lot of you guys that are with Procreate. You guys may buy these for your website, not necessarily just crafting. You know, you may be making like your business logos and all sorts of different things with these files. So I am super, super excited to see what you guys create. Now, also remember, you guys can use hashtag design bundles to show what you guys are creating with our files. Now, also too, if you guys recreate the products that I'm doing today, I want to see. So make sure you guys are sharing those with me by using that hashtag. All right, so we're on our last layer here. And this is where I always ask myself, I'm like, you know, did I flip it? Was it over here? And, you know, honestly, this kind of shows it really doesn't matter. So I'm going to go ahead and stick with this side here. It's nice to see the finished product giving me inspiration. Yay, that's what we're really hoping for. You know, a lot of times you may not recreate exactly what we're doing, but I'm hoping that it's going to give you some inspiration. So I know sometimes, like, you know, I may do a lot of t-shirts or I may do a lot of mugs and things, but it's a different product, a different, you know, design. And I'm here to inspire you, whether it's for the holidays or whatever it may be. So I'm really excited that I can give you some inspiration this morning. All right, so we are almost done with this one. And then when we're done with this one, we're going to move on to our mug. And then I'll jump over to show you some of the files that are available today. I'll show you the bundles that I've used in case y'all want to purchase those ones specifically. And then I'll show you how I uploaded all these on Designscape to print them at the same time and stuff too. So just a little bit. And once again, if y'all have any questions about the stuff I'm doing today, leave it down below and I will try to answer it for you when we do Q&A here in a bit. All right, I got off a smidge, but I think I'm okay. You know how I always do that? I justify it for my own self. I'm like, it's okay. It's no big deal. So let me go ahead. I'm going to try to attempt to pull this one side. I feel like I could adjust. We're just rolling with it. Look at how super cute. So you guys can see that layer now. Hopefully you guys can see all those different layers here. And there you have it. All right, so here we go. So what we're going to do is I'm going to flip it like this. Now, this particular one is actually one of the ones where you can put money in it, but I'm not using it for that. Now, another thing to keep in mind, you could get those little bitty LED lights and put them at the bottom. And then that way this lights up. It would be really cool. The light's going to go through the bottom here and light this up. And I will try to get some of those lights. Hopefully y'all can't hear that truck too much. I had a truck going by. I'm going to try to get some lights for y'all soon. And so we can do that in our next 3D project here. All right, here we go. Y'all ready for this big reveal? How adorable is this? So, so darling. This would be so cute to put in a baby's room as well. Or if you were decorating your home, you know, a teacher placing it in your classroom or anything like that. I just think it is absolutely adorable. Now, lots of different ones come with this. I'll show you guys that bundle here in just a second. I hope you guys really like this one. All right, let's set that aside. And now our mug press is ready to go as well. So let's bring in all of our pieces here. So before I pull that mug press in, I'm going to start prepping. So here's some designs that I printed out for you guys. These ones right here, these two teacher ones actually belong to a different bundle. And then these ones belong to one bundle. Now the font I brought in, it's a plus font. Like I said, I'll show you guys here in a minute. I believe it's called Moonshine, but I'll show you guys here in a second, like I said. But what I did was just printed a few of these off. I'm going to bring them up so y'all can really see. So it says made to teach. And then we have a teacher in the making. So if you guys are going to school for teaching, I've got a nurse one that I printed off here for you guys. This one is super cute for Valentine's Day. Be mine. And then we have the teacher one. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this one on the mug today. And then I'll probably put this on the back side just so you can see the two different designs since they're from two different packages. I really would have done this, but I think I made it just a little bit too big for my mug. I thought I had 15-ounce mugs here, but these are the 11-ounce mugs. These are the Cricut ones, and we're going to be using the Cricut press. So let's go ahead and trim these down really quickly. Got my scissors here, and let's start to trim this down. So the very first thing you want to do is trim these down like so. So you guys see I'm utilizing my paper. I'll print these later, so I can put these in the drawer. That's what's really fun about sublimation. I can print these in a year. It doesn't matter, and it's not smudging. It's not going anywhere. Print these, set them aside. And one thing for you Epson users is, you know, you need to print every once in a while because like Sawgrass cleans the lines for you every few days. Epson, just print something like this and throw it in your drawer to keep your lines clean. Just a tip of the day. All right, so let's go ahead and trim these down really quick, and we are ready to go. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to place this on my mug, and what we need, the very first thing that we need to do is find, I had a clean cloth. It's probably right in front of me, and I can't see. Okay, I see it. So the very first thing that you want to do whenever you guys are making your mugs, take a clean cloth here. I used to just do a cloth and rubbing alcohol, but really you can get away with just using the, like a little cloth like this, right? So I'm going to go ahead and clean this off. Just like so. So you just want to remove any sort of oils or debris. There we go. Love my mug press. Made my first mug for Christmas. That's amazing. I love it. All right, so we've got our mug ready, and then we're going to take some of that heat tape again. So I'm going to go ahead and get me a couple pieces ready to go. All right, I'll place them here so that way I have access to them. And then I'm going to get ready to line this up. So what we want to do is center this little guy on the front of our mug like so. And I'm hoping I'm not going to get crooked here. So if I mess up at all, y'all, we've already, we didn't mirror the onesie, but hey, the shadow box came out really great. So y'all just bear with me on this mug. All right, so we're going to tape down. So whenever you tape this down, you want to make sure you're pulling super tight. And then we're going to tape down this side. Now, because I've got my fingerprints all over it, I'll probably want to wipe one more time. And then we're going to get ready to lay this one. Now, I think I may need to move my heat tape. Nope, I'm good. I was making sure because I don't want my heat tape to go under this design here. And like I said, I'm doing the front and the back so that way I can show you the two different designs because they're from two different bundles. All right, so here we go. We are going to, and once again, I may wipe this one more time just to be safe, making sure we have this in the correct direction. I'm going to line it up here and tape down my first side, and then we're going to go after that next one. Now, I was using my parchment paper with my mug press just to protect it, and I'm not doing that anymore. I've pressed mugs so many times, nothing's coming off on the mug press, so I just simply do this, and we're ready to press. So now I'm going to bring in my mug press really quick. Here we go. And so what we're going to do is simply ready to go. We're going to pop it inside. There we go. And we are going to get ready to press. There we go. So with the Cricut mug press, what's really cool is you don't have to go in, set your times and temps and all that stuff. I'm going to bring you guys back up here. So you guys don't have to set all your times and temps. All you simply have to do is power it on, and then it's got, your flashing buttons here. So what it's flashing is when it moves on to the next one, a whole minute has passed. So it's 5 minutes. It's got the time set for us, and then we'll be able to pull this out. Now, what I may do is when we're done, normally you would want to set this aside, let it completely cool down. But because we're live with timing, I'll probably go ahead and carefully just peel it really quick. Now, be super, super careful when you guys are at home working with your mug presses because these are 400 degrees. The handle does stay cool to the touch, but just be super, super safe. All right, so now while this is actually going, since we have 5 minutes to go, let's go ahead and jump on over to designbundles.net. So that way we can see the bundles that are available today. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom this out. Now I won't be able to see your guys' comments or anything until I'm out of this screen. But jumping on over to designbundles.net, it's going to be, like I said, we have 34 minutes as we speak. If you guys are watching this on the replay, if you missed that hour, once again, if you guys are a Plus member, you can definitely still go back and snag those. So you guys are going to see there is, I believe, 30 different bundles here. So for $1, as you guys can see, $1. If you guys are familiar with this, lots of different bundles here. So we'll kind of scroll through here. This one right here, clicking on it so you guys can see a little further. This is the one that I'm using today with our shadow box. So as you guys can see here, that little shadow box, this is the one that I used. And you guys can see there is several to choose from. I almost made this one down here because it's adorable too. So you can kind of scroll through here to see how many layers per the project and stuff like that too. So I did use this one today. And then scrolling down, we've got these big, designs as well, sublimation. This is another one here. So this one's the one that I used today. And look at this thing, 60 designs. Out of all of these, this one is my absolute favorite. You guys know I'm a huge fan of sublimation. So this one right here is my absolute favorite. I mean, there's just so many cute ones just to kind of scroll through here pretty quickly. But that's why I wanted to print a couple of them. Even there's this Valentine one here is because it's harder to tell sometimes you know, until you kind of print those. So this is the one I was showing you as well. This is the nurse one. And then let's see if we can see a few more of the ones. This one's so cute too. So just kind of go through a couple of these here just so you guys can see. I was going to see about that teacher one, which was right here. All right. And then continuing on, you can see their stuff for Canva here. We've got lots of different font bundles, like I was telling you guys, 50 plus beautiful handwritten fonts. So amazing. And then we have all of these super cute girls here. Look how super cute these are. Put them on a tote bag, t-shirt. And that's another thing to keep in mind. So many different things that you can do with these. So this is just to give you some inspiration of what you can make. We've got laser projects. I forgot to even mention that today. Oh, one second. Let me see. Let me cut you guys down here. I lost my front camera, so just a second. Let me let it cool for just a minute. Turn it off. All right. We'll let that cool for just a minute. All right. So with this one here, we've got laser projects, like I said, lots and lots of fun stuff. Let's see, this one right here is the teacher one I was showing you. So once again, put them on a t-shirt, mug like I'm doing here. Lots and lots of cute ones there. So as you guys can see, tons and tons of bundles today. You don't want to miss it. This one right here, 150 font bundle for $1. So let me go ahead and jump on over to Designscape here. So this is our program. If you guys are a Gold Plus member, this is our program Designscape. And you guys can use this for sublimation, your Glowforge, Cricut, all sorts of things. So what I did was I brought these in here, and I'm going to open up a new page and show you in a second. This is the Easter one. So to start one of these pages, to use it with your sublimation files, what we're going to do is we're going to go to File. We're going to go to New. And then I'm going to come down, see where it says Print. You can change it here, Social Print. This is to create your blank canvas. So I'm going to go ahead and hit letter 8.5 by 11, and then I'm going to hit create. So from here, we're going to go ahead and start writing our files. I'm going to go to file, and then I'm going to go to open in place. So not open, but open in place. And then we're going to go to, our file. So I'm going to go to recent. So here, for example, we're using this one right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down the shift on my keyboard, and then I can grab a corner and I can size these down. That way I can fit as many as I want on a sheet. So we'll go back, grab another one, file, open in place, go to recent, go to your files or whatever it may be, click on the next one. And we're going to do the same thing. Now, 1 second, let's go ahead and pull out this mug and set it aside to cool. And I'm actually going to grab a mat. So 1 second. Just in case, let's go ahead and do this. And we'll set this aside to let it cool. And then I'll finish teaching you guys this here. All right. So what we've got here is I've sized it down. I'm going to move it up once again. Maybe I want to resize this one again. To change this here, we can go up here to our clicker. And then that way I can click on, my layer. I'm going to come to list this layer here so I can move it. And then I can go up here. See where it says transform controls, turn it on. And that way I can resize this down a little bit further, holding down that shift. It'll just keep everything proportional. And then we will move that up here. All right. Let me go ahead and grab my next layer, scoot that guy back up here. And then so on and so forth. You're just going to continue to keep layering those in there. Now, once I was done adding everything in like I did here, what I did was, you see how now it's one layer? To do so, all you're going to do is come up here to layer, and then we are going to go to flatten image. This is going to bring them all down to one layer. And then at this point, if you need a mirror, say, for example, you're using an Epson, because Sawgrass will do it for you. You're going to go up to image, you're going to go to transform, and then we're going to flip horizontal. And that's how you're going to be able to use this along with your sublimation printer. So that is our program. This is all of our bundles today. So let's go ahead and switch back here really quickly so I can show you guys my mug. All right, so here we go. So let's finish out this project. I'm going to scoot this guy out of our way here. And then we are going to peel this back. So I'm actually going to take my weeding tool. Now, once again, you would want to let this completely cool, but because we are live today, and I don't want to take up no more time because I want y'all to be able to head on over and snag these deals because you only have 1 hour. All right, so here we go. Let me go ahead and pull this guy off right here. There we have it. How super cute is this? So this is me adding that font, and I totally forgot to tell you all the names. So give me 2 seconds. I'm going to tell you now. Once again, it's a plus, 1+ credit. The font that I use today is called Moonshine. Let me click on it really quick. Moonshine, hold on, sorry. I don't think I can read the whole thing. Actually, I could go to my design bundles. Just give me a second. I'm going to go to my plus purchases. It is Moonshine Mountain. So if I can bring you guys up here really quick, this is the font I used today in case you guys are curious with the teacher one. It's only 1 plus credit. All right, so we can go ahead and drop back down here. And then you guys can see how super cute is this. So combining that font here with this design, so cute. And then if you guys wanted to do these designs, this is the other bundle. This is adorable as well. Loving these colors. This came out so cute. So let's recap really quickly before we get in Q&A. So we've got our mug designs here. So cute. And then we have our shadow box, which my glass fell in. So there we go. We've got our shadow box. And then we have our baby onesie that I forgot to mirror, but you guys can still see the point here. So cute. Now, what's really cool about sublimation is compared to like HTV, you can stretch this stuff and it's not going nowhere. It's going to be like this forever. It's not going to wash. It's not going to fade. It is amazing. So easy to craft with. So let's go ahead and get ready for Q&A. Now, while we do Q&A, we're going to have the camera down here since I lost my top camera today. So let's go ahead and get ready here. We are going to, and that's okay, because then you guys can see my crafts. I'll go ahead and keep these up here so you guys can see all my finished products here. So we'll do that as well while we get ready for our Q&A. There we go. And you guys can see all of these fun designs that you guys can make. Here we go. Do I need a specific materials? What is sublimation? How is it treated different than vinyl? So you do need polyester. So whenever you guys make these crafts, you do need it to be polyester, and then, or at least 100%, you know, for your t-shirts and stuff, your cup's got to be poly coated. So there is that. Sublimation is a printer, but it's kind of like a chemical, it's like gases. It turns into a gas and it becomes one with the fabric. So like I showed you guys, you can stretch this stuff. It's in the fabric. It's like dyeing the fabric, but it's not going to wash out or fade. So compared to the, you know, like I said, the HTV, it's not going to tear. It's not going to break down or anything like that. All right, so let's see. Is there anything you can use to sublimate for a press? Oh, first, you can definitely make your own pressing pillow. But yes, you can definitely run on down to, say, for example, you run to Joann's or Hobby Lobby or something. You can just buy that foam. You know how you buy that roll of the foam? And then if you don't have any of this, it's a Teflon sheet. So it's a Teflon sheet and they ran stitches around it. At the end of the day, that's all it is. A piece of foam in there and then it's Teflon sheet. So if you don't have, you could do a piece of foam and then do a piece of the parchment paper on top just to protect that foam. And that's it. You guys can definitely pull that off. All right. Do you need a sublimation printer? Yes. Well, for the sublimation designs, you can use the sublimation designs with tons of things. You can do print and cut stickers. You can also use these, like the sublimation files like this. You can use them with heat transfer paper with your inkjet printers. So you can still do what looks like sublimation with your inkjet printer. So definitely keep that in mind. Lots of things that you guys can do with these paper crafts still, tons and tons of things. All right, let's see. What heat presses are you using? Today, the one I'm using is from Stahls. It is their A2Z model. All right, let's see what else. Can you use infusible markers for sublimation? Yes, you can. So you can use infusible markers as well. Or yes, okay. Do the third projects come with assemble instructions? This one right here, let me just peek into that file. Y'all just give me just a minute. I'm going to peek into it just to see if it does. Now, remember, you can watch this video again on a replay, so definitely don't worry about that. Let's see. I'm not really seeing anything just yet. Let me double check here just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Let me double check. Let me click this one last folder to see what this is. No, I don't think it comes with any instructions in there. It may come underneath the file sometimes too. But like I said, you could definitely watch this on the replay. All right, let's see. Let's see, are the files for personal use only? If you guys are a Plus member, I do believe you have a commercial license, but for just the way they are with with the dollar deal without being a plus member. I'm not 100% sure. I'll see if somebody else knows and we can get that down in the chat or up here. I know that sometimes specifically the file will say, so if it's for commercial use, it will say it down in the description. So definitely keep that in mind. But if you guys are a plus member, you have commercial use access all the way across the board. All right, let's see. It's my first time here. How does it work with the dollar deal? How does it work for the dollar deal? So what you're going to do is you're going to head on over to designbundles.net. So let me go ahead and switch you guys. Let's see if I can get back on my screen. So give me 1 minute. We'll see if we have it back up here. So here we go. So to get a hold of this Design Bundles, once again, the link is down below. What you're going to do is from the very front screen of designbundles.net, you're going to see this great big green banner. And now you can see we've got 22 minutes as we speak. What you're going to do is click on view all 30 deals. And then at that point, once this is active, so in 22 minutes, this will change where it says after party member. If I'm a plus member, so it says after party member. Yours won't say that. Yours just won't let you click on it yet. Once it becomes available in 20 minutes, you're going to click on these to add to the cart. So then what you're going to do is simply just check out. Make sure, even though you guys add those to your cart, make sure you guys check out within that hour. Now, if you guys are a plus member, you guys have a little bit more time. But if you guys are not a plus member, 1 hour you have from putting it in your cart and checking out. So definitely keep that in mind as well. And when you guys go to check out, you're going to get extra files that will pop up in your cart and say, hey, do you want this one as well? So you'll get extra ones that are kind of like a surprise as well. So definitely keep that in mind. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? How much is it to be a plus member? I'm very excited about this. Now, there is a different tier here. Let me sign out so I can just show y'all. I'm going to log out because it'll show me at that point. All right, let's see. Let's go here. And right now, guys, you guys can try the plus membership for $1. So you guys can actually try the bronze membership, which is regularly $7.99 for $1. You can try the gold membership right now for $3, you guys. That gives you guys access to 15% off of all of your purchases, including today. For the dollar deal, that will give you 15% off. You guys are going to get corporate license with every plus product. You guys are going to get 50 credits, plus credits every single month. You're going to get freebies. You're going to get print on demand license, which means you can send it off to another printer to do your printing for your business. You're going to get all sorts of different bonuses and stuff. Then you also have the silver membership, which is $11.99 and it's $2. And the gold membership, by the way, is $18.99 a month. So, you know, most memberships are around $20 or so or more, and it is literally $18.99, and you can try it for an entire month right now for $3, y'all. So I highly recommend if you're going to try one, go for the $3, because if you feel you need to bump it down before your trial is over, switch it over to the bronze or the silver, whatever you'd like to do. All right, let's see. What else do we have? Where is the best, most economical place to buy sublimation blanks from? I purchased from lots of different places like JP Plus, Condi. There's places like Heat Press Nation, Heat Transfer Warehouse, lots and lots of different places, but JP Plus is a good place as well. All right, let's see what else. Wait, what program is that? If you're wondering about the Designscape, let me switch you guys over here. This comes with the Gold Plus membership I was talking about. And if you guys, for $3 for an entire month, like I said, it's going to give you access to this Designscape for that entire month. Play around with this thing, you know. So this is a program that allows you to either design your own stuff. It's kind of like you know, Inkscape and lots of those different programs. This is like, I believe, Adobe Draw and like, what is that, Corel? Like all those programs, you're going to get it for free. You're able to design in here. You guys can use it with your Glowforges, like I said. You guys can use it with sublimation, your Cricuts, tons of different things, guys. So that's the program I'm using today. It is Designscape, and you have free access to it with your Gold Plus membership. And like I said, try it for $3, y'all. All right, let's see. What do we have? Can you put the mug in the... Yes, that's what's amazing about sublimation, you guys. So compared to vinyl, this is not going to wash off. This is going to be here forever. This is not going to fade. This is not going to crack, and you don't have to hand wash it and all of those things. This is one with the mug. It's basically like it was born with the mug. So that's the way to describe it. It's like it's dyed into the poly coating here. It's not going nowhere. You can dishwash it. You can do whatever y'all want with it. All right, let's see. What else do we have? Does anyone use a toaster oven to sublimate? Yes, I use it's called a convection oven, but yes, we do. I'm going to turn that off really quick. I use a toaster oven and or convection oven, if you will. And yes, you can use that to sublimate your mugs and tumblers as well. All right, do you have anything? Where did the frame come from? This frame right here, I actually found at Hobby Lobby. I do believe that we've linked one down below, and this is like an 8x8 or maybe a 9x9. Let me measure the whole kit and caboodle. All right, let's see. This one is a 9x9 square. And let's see here. So can you use infusible ink? I do not have, yes, so you can use these files. Say, for example, if you use this at the SVG versions, you can use those with infusible ink to cut those out as well. Yes. All right, what else do we have here? Let's see. I see people printing on, so yes, so I've already answered this one. And y'all give me 1 minute. I'm going to try to turn back on my camera. All right, so let's see. I'm going to try to see if that is going to let me come back. There we go. I'm back. So yay. All right. Let's see. What type of paper and printer can be used? So if you're talking about sublimation, you can get yourself like this is a Sawgrass printer. I use TextPrint TruePix Classic with it. You can convert an Epson printer to be a sublimation printer. So there's a few options out there. All right, let's see. What else do we have? I really want a sublimation printer. Which one do you recommend? Me, I've always been a Sawgrass fan. It's the one that I've purchased years and years ago and started with before you could even really convert one. And I love it because you have customer service and things like that. So that's just my preference, especially if I'm using it business-wise. But you could definitely get away on a budget. You could definitely convert an Epson printer. Just know that once you do, you are avoiding that warranty. All right, let's see here. You are speaking to an old Grammy here. I am not sure I understand all of the bundles. I want to get things to use on a laser engraver. How do I know what to buy? All right, let me go ahead and switch you guys back over to the Plus member. Let's see here, $2 deal. Y'all give me just 2 seconds here. All right, so we're going to go back into our event. So if you're buying for your laser, so let's go down to the one like I showed you before. Try not to scroll too crazy. For example, this one right here, it'll say on it, it'll say laser cut file or SVG. A lot of times, even though it's a PNG, you can still cut with it. So if it's a solid design, like for example, how the Easter one was, if it's one solid piece that says PNG, you can still cut it on your laser machine. Something like this, obviously it can't cut all that out. It could cut the basic shape of it out, but anything that it will usually label, we have it say laser on there. So I hope that helps you out there. All right, let's see. And also, for example, just before I run too quick, like something like this has layers, like how I did the bunny here. You could cut that out with the laser as well. All right, let's see. Where did you get the tape dispenser? This one right here I got from Amazon. Now, I will try to link this down soon. Maybe after this video, we'll link it. But if not, I am going to try to start linking it in future videos. But I did get it from Amazon. All right, 15 minutes left, you guys, for the dollar deal question. Is Designscape easier to use than Cricut software? And what are the major differences? So, for example, the software, I'm going to be able to design, create my SVG or manipulate it or whatever. I still have to take it over to Cricut Designs because they have theirs where you have to use their software. I would still have to take it into the Cricut software. So they kind of go hand in hand, but it is a little bit of a learning curve, but I'm going to do a ton of tutorials this year. I really want to dive into teaching that because it is such a tool for you guys. I want to make sure you guys have access. Now, once you guys kind of figure it out, it's such a breeze, but it is a little bit of a learning curve, but stay tuned. I've got lots of tutorials coming. All right, let's see. I think that was our last question. So you guys, I'm so excited for y'all. Y'all go grab your bundles. And once again, if you guys recreate anything, I want to see them. I want to see your projects you're creating. Use hashtag design bundles. And I hope you guys snag everything that you want. And remember, you have 1 hour. Add it in that cart and check out within that 1 hour. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will see you guys on the next one.